Good morning. Welcome to Your Future Hand. My name is Julian J. Biggs, whatever you want to call me. It is January 26th, 9:07 AM Pacific Standard Time, and the market is hot. Bitcoin ETF flows show negative trend for the first time since launch. Ha. Let's just flip to the chart real quick for a second and see what's going on. Do you see that big bounce? We were talking about trying to hold this level on the monthly candle, and whammy, you can see we bounced right out of the apex of the 61.8% fib and the long-term 5-year trend line that we've placed for some time. Well, it's a 5-year trend line. You can see it. It's right there. It's right there. Anyway, so, the monthly close hasn't happened. I do expect more volatility to come with the FOMC meeting landing right on the end of the month. I do expect volatility very likely to come right back down here unless we just blow this 42K back out of the water and find support at that 43K range. Hopefully, above 42.8 is what I'd like to see for a positive vibe here, in my opinion. But again, above this red line, this red perforated line here is still very positive. That is a 10-year trend line. In my opinion, we've had a lot of contact and flirted with this line many times over the last 10 years. And I feel like that's really important too. So those are my major trend lines. And again, the Fibonacci retracement that I placed on this is for the 2022 bear trend. And you can see that we are still in this area beautifully between the 61.8 and the 78.6% fib. Now, S&P 500 smoking on the 4,900 level, still hot. Market is still hot. People love speculation. What are we doing right now? We're buying up. We're pumping up in preparation for the FOMC meeting next week, right? Volatility is now. Volatility is maybe Monday, maybe over the weekend as well. And then a big old freaking nothing burger to what everyone thought was going to happen when the FOMC meeting actually happens. So what are we looking for? Me, personally, I'm looking for another pause in rates. We just paused rates again here in Canada. So again, that is not nor bullish nor bearish for markets. But you can see we paused rates all of 2023. Maybe not all of 2023. The beginning might have been a couple of increases still. But every rate pause that we had, the market continued to push up. So let's go to the smaller time frames. Yeah, they're going to say it's negative for the first time. BlackRock alone has collected almost $2 billion worth of Bitcoin in their spot ETF as the GBTC fund continues to sell. And they must have a hand in new purchases with Fidelity, BlackRock, and their own ETFs. They're not just letting go of 20,000 Bitcoin a day and not getting it back. That's just not happening. 41,875. And if we want to get a smaller fib out here, we can we'll take it from this. Let's go from the bodies. I like the bodies better. So we have retraced quite a bit of this already. Okay, so again, we've retraced quite a bit of this, and if I'm going from the candle bodies here, we're talking about a high of 47K, and right now we've gone back to the 38.2% retracement level, and that level is $41,732. So on the 4-hour chart, now we've broken above this level. 3 hours to go on the 4-hour chart. So if we're looking for a positive trade today and looking to continue into a long today, my long is now in profits. I told you I was not going to be scared or shooken out of a trade. Everyone is panicking, is selling all their Bitcoin. Hibbity hoobla. Man, we are now witnessing peak FUD. This is peak FUD season. Peak FUD season, and that's just the way it goes. Bitcoin is eating up peak FUD season. I get distracted. We're still working it out. That's why we don't push too hard yet. Okay, so 4-hour RSI is actually looking for a breakout. It hit that double bottom there right on the 61.8, even the 4 hour, right? So a really nice double bottom and bullish divergence right here. You can see the lopsided testes in the RSI, and again up here in the candles opposite. So when the candles go lower, RSI goes higher. That's what we call a bullish divergence. You can see it happen right in that apex, right on that orange line of support, right on the 61.8% Fibonacci, and now we are got off. We got collect Bitcoin, DCA, look away. This is why. Okay. So again, my trade now in profits. I'm really unfortunate because I did think it was going to wick below this. This hit 38,505, and my last limit order was actually 38,376, and it didn't hit. So I shouldn't have been greedy thinking it was going to wick through there, and I should have just put it at 38.6 or something. But anyway, we're still in profits. We'd be nicer profits, but we're still in profits. That's what we wanted to be in, was a low leverage long to see if we get that chance at 50K again. And so far, like I said, if we can close the weekly and close the monthly above this level and have a pause in rates, I don't see any reason in the news for this thing to lose this level of support. Unless it just happens in the volatility and the anticipation of this FOMC meeting, and they'll, probably be a big leverage flush, which is generally the case, a giant leverage flush. So 4 hours or 4 hour RSI looking healthy, looking for a move above 70%. Nice bounce, real nice bounce here, but we could retrace a bit. So looking for that close over $41,700 approximately on the 4 hour chart in 3 hours. 3 hours. Yeah, so Bitcoin ETF show negative trend for the first time since launch. We're talking about 2 weeks. They've consumed 100,000 Bitcoin. So I'm not, again, this is peak FUD season, and they're throwing everything they can at Bitcoin. It's eating some of the most aggressive sales it's ever seen in its history, and it continues to hold and make positive moves. So no, it should be shaken out. Profit taking likely over easing. Bitcoin selling pressure, JP Morgan. Yeah, why wouldn't people sell out of that fund when they can pay a lot less interest? When we're talking about billions of dollars, hundreds of millions of dollars, millions of dollars, an interest rate of 1% difference is quite a bit. So, nothing negative in my opinion, even though they can tell you it's negative. The proof is in the charts. Nothing looks too negative to me. Market cap of crypto, again, back up over 1.6 trillion. We're at 1.61 trillion today. So that just tells me, again, the ETF race is on. These guys are buying it up. They're buying it up. Why wouldn't they? Why wouldn't they buy it up? Yeah. Anyway, well, I think that's my take. Again, like I said, we weren't going to get scared out. We weren't going to get shaken out. We're waiting for solid, larger time frame closes. Let's look at the weekly so you can see how big this bounce actually is for the weekly. Now, I don't know if I'm expecting it to close all the way up here, but right now on the shorter time frames, we could probably have a trade. But I mean, if that thing even closes just like that little hammer, that's positive. It's very positive, right? That's a really nice bounce. Right, and so to see this kind of volatility is what we want. We want to see the volume increase. We want to see the interest increase. We want to see the sentiment increase. We want to see people accumulating this stuff. That's why we DCA. That's why we've been DCAing, and we'll hopefully make some money in a few trades along the way. I think a lot of the jibber jabber day to day is a waste of time. Waste of time. So are shitcoins. They're bad for your health. Shitcoins are bad for your health. If we even go to the candle closes, or sorry, not the candle closes, the weekly wicks, weekly wickies over here. we're looking at the 38.2% fib level at being 42.2. So that would be nice for a bullish close for the week, in my opinion. Again, would be catching that 42 to 43K support, and staying above 40,700 would be nice as well. But we'll see. We shall see. We know our low is 38.5, and that's where we're looking to close above for the week. Anyway, yeah, I think that's all I got for today. Quick market scope. It's Friday. Things are positive. Big mother effing bounce, $38.5 to $42,000. Even though people are dumping Bitcoin like crazy, miners are dumping Bitcoin. Leverage traders are getting flushed. We love to see it. Bitcoin strong. Hang in there, and we will catch you in the next one. Big Zo.
Bigs and Bogs.